In this section, we will talk about the overall picture of immunity to virus and vaccination. Viruses differ from all other infectious organisms in being much smaller and lacking cell walls and independent metabolic activity, so that they are unable to replicate outside the cells of their host. The key process in virus infection is therefore intracellular replication, which may or may not lead to cell death. Viruses are depicted as hexagons, but in fact, their size and shape are extremely varied. Firstly, we will discuss the path of virus. Virus enters the cell through receptor, it then spread from one cell to other after replication. It can also spread directly. Budding of virus, lysis of cell, can take place. Virus can spread through blood. Virus can also undergo phagocytosis. A virus can be killed by natural killer cells or T cell. Or latency of virus can also occur. Viral latency is the ability of a virus to remain dormant within the host cell, sometimes establishing lifelong occult infection. Depending on the virus, the trigger of latency is highly variable, but the host cell context is always determining. For rapid protection, interferon activates a large number of innate mechanisms that can block viruses entering or replicating within cells. These molecules, collectively known as restriction factors, have the same natural antibiotic role as lysozyme in bacterial infection, although the mechanisms are quite different. A group of proteins produced in response to virus infection, which stimulate cells to make proteins that block viral transcription and thus protect them from infection. T cell also induce the production of interferons. T helper cell activates B cell to produce antibodies. Antibodies, as we have discussed, that it causes phagocytosis. Antibody can prevent entry of virus in cell and also play a role in complement cascade. Antibody is valuable in preventing entry and blood-borne spread of some viruses, but is often limited by the remarkable ability of viruses to alter their outer shape and thus escape detection by existing antibody. The epidemics of influenza that occur each year are good examples of this mechanism at work. Other viruses escape immune surveillance by antibody by spreading from cell to cell. For these viruses, the burden of adaptive immunity falls to the cytotoxic T cell system, which specializes in recognizing MHC class I antigens carrying viral peptides from within the cell. However, many viruses, such as the herpes family, have evolved ways to escape cytotoxic T cell recognition by downregulating MHC expression, secreting decoy molecules, or inhibiting antigen processing. Natural killer cells, which kill best when there is little or no MHC on the infected cell, and come into action more rapidly than T cells, therefore have an important role. Note that tissue damage may result from either the virus itself or the host immune response to it. In the long run, no parasite that seriously damages or kills its host can count on its own survival. So that adaptation, which can be very rapid in viruses, generally tends to be in the direction of decreased virulence. T helper cells produce interleukin-2 that activates cytotoxic T cell to perform function through MHC1.